Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to create a 3D cookie monster from Sesame Street. So I'm coming in with carbon black from Glitterbels, just creating the inside of his mouth, trying to make it as flat as I can. And I'm going to come in with another bead, just to make sure that it's nice and flat. Don't worry about getting black around the nail because you will be filling it in with his fur. So then coming in with shark, small beads, just go around his bottom lip line, and then using a cocktail stick, the magic happens. Just keep poking until you really can't poke anymore and your acrylic's set. And then another bead. And that's basically for the rest of him. That's all you've got to do, is just keep putting small beads on, poking it with your cocktail stick or any kind of pokey tool that you've got. Yeah. I'm actually fallen in love with Cookie Monster. I've done quite a few Muppets, and this one, it was the easiest, whether or not it's because I've done so many now that I've kind of got the knack of them, but it didn't actually take me as long as the rest of them. Leave a comment below if you'd like me to recreate Kermit, Miss Piggy, Animal, or who's the other one, Fozzie Bear, and let me know what you want me to create next, and I'll try my best. So as you can see now, I've come in with more, an even bigger bead, and just creating his upper lip. See, when you look at the 3D, you kind of think, oh, how am I going to do that? But it's quite surprising because you can be quite messy when it comes to using the cocktail stick. That even if you do mess up, you just push the acrylic into place where you want it to be. So I do suggest people give it a go, because even though it looks quite complicated, it's actually quite easy. And I'm actually finding the Muppets easier than I did Pinocchio. I mean, Cookie Monster could have done with having a more chubbier face, but it was my first attempt. So I still think he came out great. So you just want to build up his cheeks. I've left a gap at the top so that I can build his eyes, because I didn't want the white to bleed all into the fur. So here we go, coming in with a small bead. Get the shape of his eye, flatten it out, and then you'll come in with another bead just to make his eyes look more goggly. There we go, second bead. I think I use a couple of wet beads without draining them. See, when you're doing 3D work, always put your brush in the monomer, pick your bead up, then dab it on your tissue before you put it on. But when it comes to trying to fill in acrylic, so with the eyes, I flatten them out. But when you put on another bead, you'll end up getting the ridges, And that's what you don't want. That's why you want to work really wet. So don't dab your brush before you put the white back on. Otherwise they don't look so perfect. Goggly. And then you end up with flat bits, creases, and yeah, that's what you don't want. So once you've done his eyes, you just need to build up his fur underneath. And I do put a blob on, a blob of blue, and it looks like his nose, and he actually would look quite cute if Sesame Street had have gave him a nose. Oh no, scrap that bit. I'm coming in with a bit more black just to fill in his inside mouth, because when you look at pictures of him, his mouth isn't perfectly rounded because of all of his fur, so I just thought I'd add a bit more. Flatten it out. Again, you don't want no creases. If you do find that your acrylic's not as wet as you need it, just dab your brush in your monomer. Dab it on your tissue and then, yeah, just wet it up a bit more. There we go, come in with more. Dab in. It gives a really good effect, to be fair. I've got a tool from Sam Biddle. It looks like a pen, but it's got like a needle on the end. And that was quite good as well, but I was just being lazy and couldn't be bothered to get it. So I carried on using my cocktail stick, but a cocktail stick does work equally as good. Just build up his cheeks a bit. See, there's his nose. He would have looked really good with his nose. But we won't give him one because he hasn't got one in real life, so. Just jab it out. If you do get any on the eye, you can just scrape that off. He looks so cute already. And then building his body up. So you want to do this quite flat because you are going to come in with his arms, with him holding cookies and eating one. So do quite a big bead, squash it out, and jab again with cocktail stick. Literally is all we do is just jab with a cocktail stick. I think now I've done him though, he's just making me think of Oscar the Grouch in the dustbin. So I think he might have to be next. I was going to do Elmo, but I think Oscar's going to be next. So if you'd like to see that video, let me know in the comments and I'll get on it. And then I thought his bottom lip just needed building up just so that it didn't blend in too much with his body. So you just put another bead on and just mush it out. Oh, don't know what happened there. Oh, I had loads of product stuck on the cocktail stick. That's another good reason why using a metal poker sometimes is better, because the acrylic does stick quite well to wood. Right, so then using the backing form, I'm gonna make his little cookies using, what did I use? Butterscotch, I think. Yeah, Butterscotch from Glitterbels. Creating a half moon so it looks like he's bitten half out of it. And if you don't use Glitterbels and you want to give it a try, I've now become an ambassador, so if you use the code Clairewood at the checkout, then you can get yourself a discount. Still absolutely shocked the fact that Annabelle asked me, but lockdown isn't all that bad. It's helped push me to my limits and get me a role as an ambassador, so happy days. So then I've used hot chocolate to create the little chocolate pieces on his biscuit, and then just coming in again with some butterscotch, doing some little crumbs in his mouth. They don't need to be perfect because he's chewed them up, but and then coming in with another blob of butterscotch, making another cookie. I was trying to make the indents of a cookie because the other one looked quite flat, so just press in. It hasn't got to be perfect, but cookies aren't perfect. They've got loads of knobbly bits in, so and wet my brush up, pop it off. You don't need to use any acrylic because the underneath, when you use the monomer to take it off, I don't know, it's like a glue. So when you put it on more acrylic, it just sticks, so you don't need to do anything, just wang it onto your design. And then more hot chocolate, coming in with the chocolate chips. Just try and press them out, make them look more like chips rather than blobs. And then using more shark. See with this bit, when you pick up your bead, drain your bead on tissue and just let it sit on your brush for a few seconds, because what you don't want to do is to have your bead bleed all into the fur. So as you can see, I'm lifting the hand up so it's not actually in the fur, it's on top of the fur. And again here, use tiny beads, drain your brush and let your beads sit on your brush for a few seconds just so that it starts to harden, so when you do put it on, it doesn't bleed everywhere, it will just sit there and you can mould it. That is the key. I'm just creating his fingers and his arm, and then I'll come back in with some more over the top, and again that magic little stick, cocktail stick, just to create his fur. He's so easy to make. He doesn't look it, but he really is. So I do suggest everybody that watches it to give them a go. I will leave all of the products in the description as well with my code, so you can go over to Glitterbels and put your orders in and get creating. If you do recreate, don't forget to tag me. My Instagram will be in the description. And if you like the video, well, like it, comment and subscribe. Just easy as that. And I can keep the videos coming then. Although I'm not a big fan of the voiceovers. That's why it's taken me a while. I've got so many videos backed up that it's scary to do the voiceovers. But I will get there. I feel like a bit of a plum talking to my phone. So he's as easy as that, really. Just keep building him up. Working in small beads. Well, yeah, smallish beads. Just want to build his wrist up so it looks like it's coming out. And you'll see in a second, that side view, he's really flat. So you could do something like this on a client. I mean, I suppose it depends on the shape. I mean, if your client's having stiletto or coffin or ballerina, then maybe take off his arms and just do, well, take off his big arm and just do his head, his neck, and I don't know, cookies underneath him. Maybe you could just work it however. And then I'm coming in with some gel art paint, just doing his eyes. He's got little googly ones, so one's looking up, one's looking down. So yeah, that's Cookie Monster. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.